Good morning, goddesses.
Oh, good morning. Happy Wednesday, or
Happy
whenever, I guess,
Wednesday.
whenever it is you're watching this, but Wednesday, Wednesday.
Yes.
Love it. Big day.
How are you this
Uh,
morning, dear Paige?
I'm doing okay. I almost feel like I'm living in a bubble here at the beach because,
Mm,
there's a lot going on in this country, in this world, but, we've got a hurricane coming up the coast.
yeah.
In the Gulf, and we have the fires in California, and I have family in the midst of both of those. Uh,
Yeah.
and yet here the sun is shining. I'm out at the beach, and you know I am divinely protected and grateful for
Mm.
everything that's going on right now. So
Yeah, and for
that's
if
me.
anyone watching, if you're in any of those areas, we're sending lots of prayers and good, lovely
Absolutely,
wishes for you to be safe through this time.
absolutely, yeah, yeah. But other than that, I've been enjoying the iris energy, the new
Mm.
moon energy coming up, thinking about communication and organization. I'm always thinking about organization. I don't know if any of you out there are like, I got to get this organized one of these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
uh, Getting systems in place that and paying attention to detail, because I am a Pisces and I kind of flow, and sometimes the big picture is good, but the the details elude me sometimes. That's why I have you. That's why we do this
City
together.
manager comes in.
It's like, I had the idea. Okay, we're gonna do it this way, this way, this way, this way. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. It's been interesting. I've actually been really reflecting on my, having this college degree from 20 years ago, and it's really truly playing a huge part in what I do now. And so it's lovely when you can see everything that you do is creating your abundance in the future. So yeah, it's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I was an English major, so
Mm,
words and communication and all that were
this is
have been
all
kind of
on you. And I'm a Gemini, so communication is my thing.
all right. So Iris energy this
Hmm.
week is right up our alley.
Hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what? It just occurred to me too that we are in this whole new brave new world of the virtual,
Yeah.
and it is often it's a challenge to communicate sometimes. I mean, technically to get things going, and
Yeah.
then uh, just having that back and forth. And I mean, because there's something about being physically with somebody that you can share on that energy.
Yeah.
And now we're virtual, and we're going to be for a while. There's all of those challenges too. And I know you're creating courses and other things, and how you communicate that to your students. I have yet to record another podcast since I look back June.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, but and that's part of my getting things together this week and finding a flow and communicating with other people virtually, but their energy and their encouragement and ideas, and just when you walk away from that, as you know, if it's right, if it's in alignment, you feel like
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes it's just not in alignment, and that's fine. It it
Well, and even that disalignment is communication for you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's this communication with the universe and
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
heart that
Hmm.
really I'm trying to hone in.
Yeah.
And the universe, spirit, goddess is showing me some really interesting ways to go that I probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
thought of. You
Yeah.
just have to pay attention.
Well, and communication has been, I make jokes that as a Gemini, communication is so important to me, and it is. And I will tell you that it has been the bane of my journey because either I wasn't communicating, or I was communicating too much, or I'm not being clear enough, and all of those ways of communication have created either ease or dis-ease in my life. And so learning to navigate that from the spiritual journey has been tremendously beneficial to my life, because I'm able to step outside of the emotion and really, like I was just talking about this yesterday, journaling. Journaling for me is not Dear Diary. Journaling for me is, I've got something rolling around in my mind that I can't let go of. I'm real attached to. And so I need to put it down into written words so I can see it. And then when I can see it, I can walk away and come back and go, okay, what's real?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about communication on many different levels. And that's one of them, is communicating with yourself, recognizing your ego mind versus your authentic heart. And the other part here is remembering that your words are magic.
Oh, yes. As
So
we
whatever,
speak, so we
yeah,
create. That's
yeah,
what abracadabra means. As we
exactly.
speak, so we create.
Hmm. So, one of the messages that Iris is offering us is the remembrance that we are communicating at all times energetically with the world, with the universe, with ourselves. And I really talk about this a lot. We are either actively or passively creating our life.
Mm-hmm.
Because actively means I am being purposeful in what I'm doing, and we're talking about this new moon tonight in Virgo, and doing things that are organized and thought out and purposeful, right? So when
Right.
we're crafting intentions to send to the universe, they want to be organized to our true essence, our true intention, right?
Right.
On the flip side of that, and I talk about this in my coaching program, is that all ways that you communicate are creating your life. So the thoughts in your mind,
Mm-hmm.
the conversations you're having with different people, the intentions you're setting, the words that you're writing down, the thoughts that you have about yourself, all of that is a communication,
Mm-hmm.
energetically, physically, mentally, whatever it is, it's a form of communication. So we want to be very, very, very intentional with where our thoughts are every day, where
Absolutely.
we are spending our time and our energy. As you raise your awareness in your spiritual journey, or at least I'll say, as I have raised my awareness in my spiritual journey, the people I'm spending my time with has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And my ego self was struggling with that because there felt like there was a lot of loss. But the
Mm-hmm.
reality is the communication between myself and the people that are no longer, in my inner sanctum, my inner sphere, occurred because I wasn't speaking the same language with them anymore. And
Yeah.
so the people I surrounded myself with changed because my language changed, because I became more purposeful in my mind and in my thoughts and in my intentions and my actions. And by no means am I perfect, but I spend more of my time focusing on my thoughts being of the highest vibration and my
Mm-hmm.
conversations being of the highest vibration, and less time in the complaints or the worries or the fears. And
Mm-hmm.
it does not mean that I don't go there. I do. But I have found that the relationships I am in now, the communication that we have about those things has a, I used to call it throwing um, fueling the fire. I used to call it fueling the fire. I used to be in these
Mm-hmm.
conversations. It was fueling the fire, making it more intense, more frustrating, more angry. And
Mm-hmm.
now the conversations I have is more about how can I see this from a higher perspective. And
Mm-hmm.
we are being communicated with by the universe in so many ways. In so many ways. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just our thought forms and our intuition, it's also nature. Like, I have had hawks like littering my vision for the past 3 years. They're everywhere all the time. I never noticed them before that. But now everywhere I turn, I walked out of a building the other day. Actually, I was sitting in the parking lot of a building before I walked into the building, and a hawk was swooping around in front of my car. Then I went inside the building, came back out, and as soon as I walked out of the building, I hear caw, caw, and there's the hawk swooping down again. And I was just like,
Just in
"Oh,
case you didn't see me the
you're
first
talking
time.
to me! I got it! You're trying to get my attention." So
Yeah.
I have really become very observant of how nature is communicating with me.
Mm-hmm.
Where we spend our time. You spend every morning at the beach.
Mm-hmm. And I can tell when I don't. I mean, a
Mm-hmm.
few times I've slept in and felt really good about that because I needed that.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that is definitely my way of connecting. And
And
yeah.
that's part of the universe speaking to us. Is when we go out there and I make jokes all the time, but I'm really kind of not kidding. But it seems like every time I go to the beach, there's dolphins everywhere. I went up to Jacksonville Beach one day with my sister to visit with my dad not too long ago. I think it was right around, I don't remember. Anyway, I drove up there for just a day because they were there, and and it's the middle of the day. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon when this happens, and all of a sudden this pod of dolphin is just swimming out right off the beach, and I was just like, okay. Well, then it got better. There was a dolphin swimming in the wave, and you just saw his whole body, their whole body
Mm,
in that wave, and it was just it was enjoying the wave, and I was just
having
like,
a
okay,
ball.
a little more fun in life. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even our goddess weekend, you guys went out to the beach and were like, no dolphins. Ramona's not here. And then
And
I
then,
think when
like, as soon as
they
she
showed
came,
up.
Sue's just, doing her thing in the water. And we're like, dolphin, dolphin.
So
Oh, yeah.
so my intention here is in sharing all of this with you is that be mindful that Iris is inviting us to recognize that our communication with the universe is being returned if we're paying attention. And our
Mm-hmm.
choices and what we choose to involve ourselves in contribute to that abundance.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Uh, I'm feeling it right now. Uh, and I hope that our goddesses out there are feeling it too. And whichever way you choose to communicate, that you're bringing in your higher power. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, it's all coming from the heart. Is when we're communicating from our heart. What better way than that?
Yeah, yeah,
And our message will get through. Do you want to say anything about tonight and our new
yeah.
moon
Go ahead.
goddess?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
well,
I got my moon
you
ology
know,
deck ready to go.
yeah, yeah, and of course, you all know me. I'm on the new moon, and I don't know if you can see this. It's new moon in Virgo, and Virgo calls us to basically get our act together in a gentle way. But Virgo is all about, yeah, organization, being detail oriented, And then, of course, the new moon is like, wide open. Let's set an intention. What are we wanting to take forward and create? And what have we created so far in this past cycle that we want to keep going? And maybe there's some adjustments. Maybe there's some fine tuning. We're entering in an energy, as far as I know, from other planets where we're getting energy from the sun. We're getting energy from the moon. Even though you can't see the moon, she is there and she's powerful. And all of that is just allowing us to manifest. And it's a beautiful experience. And I want everybody to take advantage of that. So if you haven't already, you can still sign up. We're going to do that this evening. So I don't know if, Ramona, you want to talk about the details since
Yeah, we'll see you at 7. We'll be there at 7, so join us.
We'll be there at 7.
Registration link is in our event, it's in the event that I posted this morning to the group. So we would love to have you join us. So we hope you'll pause and join us tonight and work on setting intentions with. And we're moving into the fall equinox, so this is the harvest. So
thank you. Exactly.
For the meditation this evening is going to be in honoring that as well. Yeah,
lots of juicy things going on. Oh, as always, I so enjoy these goddess chats, and I'm appreciative of all you goddesses out there who join us live or in spirit, and in everything that you do in the group. As always, please share whatever. Yeah. Communicate.
All right, friends, we love you, and we will see you later. Okay. Maybe next week, maybe tonight, whatever feels intuitive to you.
All right. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.